Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2, A Legacy of the Void. Today, it's gonna be Clem versus Scarlett on Data C from Home Story Cup. Bottom left, gonna be Scarlett. Top right, gonna be Clem. Old school versus new school here. Scarlett is a player that was very, very dominant, I feel like, in Heart of the Swarm. She won a Pro League tournament and a Premier tournament as well, but in Legacy of the Void, she has not lived up to the billing. So, I don't know. We'll see how she does here against Clem. '16, 18, 17 play here from Scarlett down below. What's going on in the world today? Don't know. It's 2023. That's pretty cool. Hope you're all enjoying your 2023. Things are good for me. I'm pretty much back and healthy from the illness that took me down for the last week of 2022, which I was pretty upset about. But it's all okay now. I've managed to recover quite nicely. Never had to deal with any like nausea or throwing up or anything, so that was cool. What is happening in the world of StarCraft? StarCraft! I guess we're gearing up for DreamHack. Or no, Katowice. Katowice is coming up next year. I don't think there's anything much happening in January, but I could be wrong about that. Reaper on the way here from Clem. And a pool finishing up from Scarlett. Right, Reaper's got a name. I'm gonna name him Baba from Baba Is You. One day, Baba was pushing around blocks to solve puzzles when they encountered a weird block that said Reaper. Pushing it around formed Reaper Is You, and so now, Baba is a Reaper. Yeah, Baba Is You. Pretty fun game. I've seen some interesting stuff from it. People on my Discord server have been playing it. Seems pretty fun. You know, a little word puzzle thing. What you're into. The Ling Reaper dance we've seen millions of times before. And actually this time, it is the 6 Lings that we have out instead of the 4. So a little bit of a difference. Overlord perched out to see where the Reaper's going. Is it going home? Is it staying around? Is it going to come back in? Etc., etc. This Ling, oh, slow Ling gonna die. Chase it. Get it. You can't turn yourself into an extractor to save yourself at all, but dragging the Reaper away from the third base down here, smartly done. I like that from Scarlett quite a bit. Now, Clem's superpower is his macro. He gets 3 bases up, and he will send wave after wave after wave of super powerful units at you. So we'll see Scarlett can hang on. That was kind of her superpower too back in the day. A great creep spread. Like, really fantastic creep spread is something she likes to do. Ling Bane Muta is a strategy she was really good with. Burrowed Banelings, kind of her calling card too. So we'll see if we get any of that stuff here today. Clem's just got a macro monster. He's got a third base coming up sub 3 minutes. Well, started at sub 3 minutes. You guys know how this works. And on the other side, Scarlett not doing anything crazy. No Roach Warren coming down, no extra gases being taken. Just Lings, Queens on the defense here. So far, there's really nothing else to really worry about. A couple Hellions coming in, but again, Queens can handle that. Yeah, just position your Queens here, position one up here, couple up this way, you'll be just fine. Just fine. More Queens popping all the time from Scarlett. Makes a lot of sense. There we go. Taking that second gas, working on evolution chambers for upgrades. We'll see what upgrade she decides to go for early here. For the Terran, it's going to be, you know, Stim. It's going to be +1/+1 for his infantry units. Y'all know the drill. You know how this works. Of course you do. Third base landed. Scarlett is not someone who's super adept at understanding these third base landing timings and sending lings up to mess with it. But again, the creep spread is nuts. Like, she's protecting it like an absolute boss here, too. How many tumors have died? None. No tumors have died. I think maybe some would have been canceled here because they were on fire. But here comes Clem. Gonna move out. Gonna join up with the Hellions and the Reaper. Ooh, Hellbat transformation. I didn't see the armory. My bad. All right, Hellbat timing here from Clem. Flamethrowers ahoy, boys. And this fourth base is in absolute trouble. Hellbats do way more damage to these than I remember. Trying to use queens to save it. That's too much damage output, baby. Oh, man, I think she did save it. Transfusing the hatch is going to really help here, too. Ling's trying to get that wraparound. They don't like the angle they're getting, though. But once the Hellbats die, the Marines don't want to engage with the Lings and the Queens all that much. So, yeah, the Marines got to get out of there. And she saves it. Wow. That was huge. That was just some patience there. I would have been like, no, my base. I would have run up with not enough Queens and Lings and everything would have died. Look at these. We're all injecting? None of you guys are going to transfuse? Wow, that was a lot of injecting. That's a ton of stacked injects. Okay. Maybe save some of that energy for creep tubers, or again, the transfuses are good. Whatever. Additional barracks, widow mines. Clem doing all of the tyranny things you ever want him to do. +1/+1 coming in here too. So that was a bit of an earlier, Hellbat timing. Not the traditional ye old 6-7 minute style attack. And this is where the Marines are scary. And this is where you want some Banelings or Roaches or something. She doesn't have any Banelings. She has a Baneling nest, but no Banelings morphing in and no Banelings on the way. But 1-1 on these Lings are done. Okay, so they've got 1-1 and the Marines are at 0-0. So that's a nice advantage to have here. The Queens have extra armor now. The Lings have extra armor now. I wonder if Clem recognizes that. He's just recognizing the power of creep. Going to try to clear that out and then maybe get in here, get something done. Oh my gosh, that hatchery. Another transfuse goes down. I don't know. Widowmine connecting. These Queens, where are the Zerglings? They're counterattacking and miserably failing because a Widowmine caught 5 of them. Clem is rebuffed at the fourth base, goes into the main base. He's got a bunch of Marines remaining here. He's going to keep those suckers alive. Man, these medevacs are low. But oh! That was a big Baneling connection. That was a bit of a misclick there from Clem for sure. He's doing this high ground stuff. Oh, not even high ground. It's mid-ground shenanigans. Look at him picking off drones on the edges of that. Oh, Widowmine gets another connection here. This pressure by Clem, it is real. It is real, but the Widowmine's getting picked out of the ground, counterattacking a little bit here. Widowmine's burrowing in. These guys need to be killed by Queens because nothing else in the game can kill them. Here for Scarlett. She doesn't have a Spire. She doesn't have a Roach. Wait. Does she have a Roach Warren? She does not have a Roach Warren. She's getting a Hydralisk den. That would be nice. That'd be a good way to deal with it. An attack down to the south here. Ling's Bane's clearing that out as Scarlett trying to take a 5th base. That is defended. And Clem is forced to pull back. So, I don't know. I think Scarlett's doing all right, but 4th base is up here from Clem. Sensor Tower is up. I don't know. We see a lot of Sensor Tower play from Clem. He might be taking the aggression of Scarlett seriously here today. I kind of like that. But yeah, Banelings, Hydras in production. This group, that's a pickup. Left a couple guys on the ground. Baneling exploding unnecessarily. This creep on this left side just getting completely shut down. Right side doing better. Because again, there hasn't been much activity over there by the Terran side of things. Drilling Claws on the way. 2-2 coming in here from Clem. When's he going to start making ghosts is the question. Coming in the left side. Widow Mines. Oh, unburrowing the Widow Mine so it doesn't fire on a single Zergling. Fantastic. Always some sick micro there. Oh, big Widow Mine hit. Trying to split off that way. Another big Widow Mine hit. Nope. Not a big Widowmine hit, but that's a big one. Okay. Suicide hit there. That Widowmine goes down, but takes a bunch of Banelings with it. And this creep on this left side is just not being allowed to flourish at all. Over chasing a little bit here, I feel like, is Scarlett. Losing a Hydra there for nothing. More Banelings coming in, but Clem recognizes a position when he sees it. And that is not a position at all. So he's going to retreat. Get out of there with his medevacs. Another army heading down the right side. Again, his macro is nuts. Income is about even right now, which is not great for the Zerg player. But she hasn't lost a base yet. She's at 89 workers. So she's, you know, she's holding her own here. Again, I think, you know, Clem's way higher ranked on the Aligulac. But Scarlett's got it in her. Like some of these players from that were elite long ago, not so much anymore. They've got it in them to make life hard, even for the elite players of today. And that's what I appreciate about them. Is that what you appreciate about me? Widowmine's doing some friendly fire connects there. Chasing off creep a little bit. Catching a few Marines there with some Baneling connects. Ooh, creep spread. Just creep spreading in the middle of all of this chaos. Like, that's what's nuts. That's how you get good creep spread. You're up here transfusing, up here attacking, up here focus firing on medevacs and throwing down creep tumors during all of this stuff. That's how you do it. Adrenal's on the way. That's going to be a game changer for sure for Scarlett. Although the question is, what's the further tech? Is there a Lurker Den? Infestation Pit, yes. Hive, yes. Lurker Den, no. Ultralisk Cavern, no. Upgrade Path seems to be Ultralisks, but not so much. Ah, big Baneling hits there. This position is a good one for Clem, though. It's hard to get a surround on that as a Zerg player. This pressure has just been insane. Man, a lot of Marines dying back there. Supply is about even, but Clem is not letting this pressure stop. Not at all. Scarlett could maybe expand on this Rich Fest being Geyser base. Adrenal's done. Working on +2 missile attack here too, though, so it's not just the +2 melee that we're working on, or that we're looking at. It's going to be +2 melee and +2 missile attack here, which is interesting. Widow Mines, taking some Banelings with them as they die. Again, just really some pretty good value here on these Widow Mines. Not super game-changing, but pretty good. And sniping an Extractor there. Clem's getting what damage he can. Attacking down this right side does kill a couple creep queens because not paying attention as much over here. Ah, big Widow Mine hit on those Banes. Man, Clem is just everywhere. Okay, he's at 2 places, but still. Scarlett on the back foot, on the back foot, on the back foot. Not able to get anything on the offensive here at all. Hydras trade really well against Marauders. So Hydras on the front lines against those Marauders. Great trades. Expanding bottom right. Scarlett again. And once again, no hatches have died. So I don't know. Clem, first 13 minutes of the game, he's put some pressure on. Hasn't done a ton of damage, though. Scarlett has been able to macro up, but not in peace, but kind of in relative peace. Yeah, Marauder count's getting a little bit heavier. There are ghosts being added into the mix now, right? From Clem. He's got the Ghost Academy over here. Just pumping many barracks. Army heading down the right side to wipe out this bottom right base of Scarlett while pressuring this 4th base over here, too, or 5th base, whatever this one is. Yeah, this hatch is gonna die. I think there's too much attention that needs to be paid to this army to save it. Close. No, hatchery does go down. Nice, good hit there. But defending up this way anyway, and immediately replanting. But No counterattacks. No pressure here from Scarlett at all. Going for Seismic Spines, trying to tech into that Lurker stuff. Get some pressure up, maybe on this 5th base of Clem while he's expanding to the Rich Vespine gas base here too. Not ideal. Not ideal for Scarlett to let him have that one. Hasn't really killed a lot of medevacs here today either, has she? She's killed 2. I mean, there are 13 of them flying around. And speaking of medevacs, it's a drop on the 4th base. 4 drones go down. Medevacs taking shots from Queets here. Managing to escape anyway. Shukin back in this way while pressuring up this right side too. And unloads into abject death. Alright. This is a knockdown, drag them out fight. Both those medevacs died during the drop. They paid the ultimate price for that one. And you know, I kind of like the choice of making Hydras here instead of Lurkers against all of these Marauders. Like, yeah, Lurkers do bonus damage to Marauders, but Marauders do bonus damage to Lurkers. Marauders don't do bonus damage to Hydras. So you can kind of stand in there and kind of pick them apart a little bit with Hydralisks, better than you can with Lurkers almost. Kind of like it. Infestors coming in, catching a nice fungal on a group like this would be awesome. But man, this has just been, as we always say, the player that's on the back foot the entire game just really doesn't have much of a chance to win. It's entirely possible this could be a, you know, 2017 Serral style. He's defending, and then just gets the army composition that he wants. Comes out there and just counterattacks and crushes. But I don't know. Like, we've seen that strategy not be as effective anymore. We've seen a lot more aggression from Zerg players, even as Serral. Just because you kind of have to slow the Terran macro down, the macro machine monster down, right? Bottom hatch gets killed again. That's a huge loss for Scarlett. She can't afford to continually keep losing that base. Hydra's trying to snipe these medevacs as they cruise into a largely undefended position here. Nidus Network getting built. And okay, here we go. So Liberators trying to defend against this Lurker stuff as a huge attack comes in. Lurkers burrow in, try to get some spines off. Lings in the mix here as well. Liberators not really defending as much on this ramp as they would want to. SCVs are dying. This is requiring a response. And man, this is exactly what I was just talking about. Some kind of a huge counterattack with a ton of Lurkers in the mix. Liberators causing problems. Lurkers getting out of the circles. Continuing to bust up here. Taking down supply depots. Trying to supply block Clem quite possibly. Lurker spines on an orbital over there as well. And yo, unburrow. Keep moving. Keep moving. Unburrow. Reburrow. Take down supply depots. Deal with Marauders. This is giving Scarlett time to breathe as well. Yes, all of these Lurkers are going to die, but they're taking down supply depots. They give as good as they got there. 13 SCVs went down. The income tab still favoring Clem right now, but the bottom right base is up. Liberator shows up. Of course it does. She sees it, gets out of there with those drones very, very quickly. So that was a big time counterattack. Army value is 92 to 68. Maybe an overextend there. Maybe she didn't get as much value. Good fungal on those ghosts and then rolling in. Very nicely done. I'm surprised she hasn't killed these rocks yet. It's wider attack paths are usually better for Zerg players. They like it. Chokes are bad, I guess is what I'm trying to say here. So bottom right base being defended by Queens. As well as a Spore down here too. I don't know. Is Scarlett going to pull this off? I'd be impressed. I would be impressed. She's taken Clem to 20 minutes. I'm dead impressed by already. Like, insanely impressed by already. But 4 ghosts at a time being produced. Vehicle and ship plating level 3 on the way from Clem. Not an upgrade we see a ton of, but it's going to be basically for medevacs and liberators. We're not seeing any tanks today, are we? Clem, not a big fan of the tanks in this matchup. Sneaks an army down this right side. Yeah, army value 106 to 59 is not good. Not good at all. Top left base by Clem is coming in. I don't know. Scarlett being pulled too thin here. And yes, pulled too thin. She taps out. Clem is your winner in 1949. Wow. That was just Clem aggression to the max. Turned up to 11. And I mean, the trick here is that no bases died, right? No bases died here for Clem. No planetaries got bombed at all. Big attack deep into Terran territory. Did wipe out 13 SCVs here. Got up to the natural. Got almost into the main. But SCVs died, bases didn't. That's kind of a big deal. So only 2 hatcheries killed, but a couple cancels in the mix there for Clem. In about 20 minutes, that'll do. But yeah, just only really able to muster up that one big attack. And otherwise, just spending the whole time defending. Clem pressure everywhere, consistently. Resources lost, 43,000 to 33,000 there in favor of the Terran player. Yeah, you end up killing 96 Banes, 624 Lings in only 19 minutes. Only 17 drones died, which is pretty good. Again, she did a good job keeping her economy alive. It was just the trading, the over and over trading there. Just great micro, good splits, good snipes from the ghosts. And that lurker stuff just didn't quite work out for her either. So Clem, he's mean. Clem is an absolute monster at this game. And he will pressure anybody into their deaths. Anytime, anywhere, any place. You ask where it is, and he'll kill you. Great stuff. And yeah, it's not that her economy was bad at the end. It's just she didn't have anything. She had 13 hiders and 4 lurkers. You know. Just couldn't make it happen. Nothing of a bank there either. Bit of a premature GG, but losing that bottom right base again is problematic. Like, absolutely. Absolutely problematic. All right, cool. So that right there is gonna be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw, what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.